Hi guys, Alina here. Welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk about concept of discipline and more specifically about how to make discipline actually work and stick to the choices you made. So I realized that the secret for discipline for me isn't about intensity, but it's about balance. And also, there is one golden ratio I've been applying to my routines, my work, even my mindset, and I would like to share it with you. So, most of you have probably heard about 80-20% rule in business, but that is not what this video is about. I want to talk about how you can use this ratio in other aspects of your life, not for profit, but for sustainability. So I feel like discipline has a bad rap because whenever people hear it, they feel like, oh, it's lots of restrictions. It's like 100% all or nothing attitude. And I would like you to look at a different lens using the 80-20% ratio. So I want to start with my weekly schedule. After restructuring my routine and building my 12-week year plan, also I was talking about it in my first two videos, so please check them out if you haven't. I did start noticing a little pattern which made my weeks and the routines completely different. I realized for me works to have like 4 or 5 days a week with a very strict structure. I feel like I'm kind of back to school because I go to bed at the same time, I wake up at the same time. Again, most of my work happens in afternoon into the evening, so basically I have my mornings free, and I feel like before I was a little bit more relaxed with the planning of those times of the day. But now once I plan it a little bit more strategically and keeping in mind my 12-week year uh, plan, I think it works much better for me now, and it also gives me more space on those 20% of the week when I can just relax, catch up with friends, embrace my creativity and so on. So again, 4 days a week, sometimes five is a very structured schedule for me. And then my mornings, again, I'm very intentional with this time. Every Sunday night, I sit down and I write down the plan for those mornings, of course, and like my work and other things are already scheduled in there. But those hours are very powerful. They give me a nice boost before I go to work, and I feel like I already had so much stuff accomplished. So mornings are for, again, working on my goals, practicing my French, working out with my physical and mental health. Again, if you work in 9 to 5, I would encourage you to use your after 5 p.m. Time in the same way, so structure your evenings. So this rhythm of being very structured 80% of the week and 20% being very relaxed, just going with the flow, saying yes to last minute invites, really changed everything for me. Now I'm just like feeling it's Thursday as example, and I feel like I'm so much like ahead of my weekly plan or like my 12-week year plan, and it feels great. I don't put things towards like the weekend because I just know it's gonna put that mental pressure on me, and I'd rather do all those things in the beginning of my week. Now I want to move on to your nutrition and diet. Same thing, I would say I tend to follow people who just show balanced approach to their diet, to their exercise. And I'm not a professional in diet or nutrition, but I do feel it on my body when 80% of the time I eat pretty healthy, again, without being obsessed. My understanding of food, and I would say I forgot the word. My approach to food, let's put it this way, is that think about your body as the most expensive race car or regular car, and just think what kind of fuel you're gonna put in your car, right? You're not gonna put some cheap gasoline in like some very expensive Ferrari or Bugatti, right? I'm assuming so. So please think about your body like that. Your body is a temple. It needs to be nurtured and well fed. You need to get your healthy meals every day, and then the 20% are for maybe that slice of chocolate cake. Maybe you're going to someone's birthday party and like you don't want to be so rigid and rude, like saying no to things, you know. I don't believe in approach when people say like, oh, I'm 100% cutting out this and that, unless you have like really big health issues. So that's another topic. But I always feel like those 100% things gonna backfire and might lead you to a little worse um, conditions than before. And then lastly, I want to talk about fashion and style. Same thing, I've been really inspired by people in fashion or in styling who have that approach when they would dress someone very maybe casually and then add some interesting accessory. And also, I think that applies to your wardrobe. For me, I do like shopping and I do like getting inspired by Pinterest and all those things. But there was a moment in my life when I felt like I have so much clothes, but I don't have anything to wear. I'm sure people can relate to that. And then I just try to change how I approach shopping. And I realized that I need to put more like invest more money into quality pieces for every day for my work, since I don't work from home. So I feel like for me, I feel good when I look good, and that changed my approach to my wardrobe. I did a little refresh, so now my first priority is buying something a good quality, which is gonna last me for my work work days. And then I would say 80% of my clothes is timeless, high quality. It's pretty structured, yes, and it's very reliable for me, so I don't have to double think or doubt myself what I'm gonna wear today. Like I have those little formulas in my head because I build those staples. So try to change your approach to wardrobe as well. Saying in general, shopping, you can think about, yes, 80% is something timeless, chic, elegant, again, quality. It doesn't have very expensive, but like 100% cotton shirt instead of buying like 5 polyester shirts, you know. And it's gonna be first good for your budget, second good for the planet, and hopefully good for your morale. So for me, I personally, yeah, I pretty much do like to have those 20% for, I'll be honest, some trendy things, some maybe like fun bags. I'm working on getting a little bit better on picking like jewelry and stuff. So I think you can play there. If you like hats, I don't know, maybe scarves, that could be your 20% fun playground. But yeah, to sum up, try to have 80% of your clothes, things which are staples, high quality. You can just, you know, wake up and rely on them. You know, you feel good in them, you look good in them, and they're like appropriate for the occasion. And then 20% is, you know, if you see something trendy, why not once in a while? Yeah. I hope you like the system you'll build for yourself. Give yourself some time, some grace, and try to approach discipline with an open mind and without thinking it's something which will make your life super boring. Because again, for me, discipline feels like the one of the pillars of integrity, and I don't see it not being important for everyone. But I do know some people get really frustrated. So, you know, step by step, try to change your daily routine, weekly routine. Again, think about the food you eat, think about the clothes you wear, and then maybe a couple months from there, you'll build a very good system, sustainable system, and that will be your discipline. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you have the most amazing morning, day, or afternoon. And I can't wait to see you guys in my next video. Bye bye!